Potato User. We are assigned to make a video about the basic principle of forensic chemistry as a tool in criminal investigation, use of scientific evidence, types of physical evidence, how to retrieve physical evidence, historical development of crime laboratory, international to local. So let's proceed to my part, which is the basic principle of forensic chemistry as a tool in criminal investigation and the use of scientific evidence. But before that, please allow me to introduce our presentation. We have introduction, which is about the background and objectives. Background is forensic chemistry is a branch of forensic science that use chemical analysis and techniques to investigate and solve crimes. It plays a crucial role in helping law enforcement officials gather evidence and build cases against suspected criminals. The objective is that forensic chemistry is to provide scientific evidence that can be used in a court of law to help solve crimes, convicted and guilty, and exonerate the innocent. So now let's proceed to my part. Forensic chemistry plays a crucial role in criminal investigations by applying chemical principles to analyze physical evidence. These fields helps reconstruct crime scene, identify substance, and link suspect in a crime. Forensic chemistry relies on the Locard's exchange principle, which states that every contact leaves a trace. This principle emphasizes the transfer of material between individuals and objects during a crime. Forensic chemists analyze these traces to establish connections between suspects, victims, and crime scene.
I'm assigned to discuss what is the uses of scientific evidence. But first, before we tackle about the uses of scientific evidence, let's talk about first what is scientific evidence. These types of evidence often reveal hidden clues about a crime or criminal event. Like other types of evidence, scientific and forensic evidence must meet specific rules and standards before a court of law will admit into evidence. Scientific evidence plays a vital role in criminal investigation by providing objective and reliable information. It can identify suspects by DNA analysis, fingerprint matching, and trace evidence analysis. Can help identify individuals involved in a crime. Establish a timeline. Forensic chemists can analyze substances like blood stains, gunshot residue, and paint chips to determine the sequence of events. Reconstruct the crime scene by analyzing evidence like footprint, tire track, and tool marks. Investigation can recreate the actions that occurred at the scene. Corroborate witness testimony. Scientific evidence can support or contradict witness statement, providing objective verification. Exonerated innocent suspects. Scientific evidence can prove the innocence of individual wrongly accused, ensuring justice. And that's conclude my topic, which is what is the use of scientific evidence in crime scene investigation.
Types of physical evidence. Physical evidence broadly categorized into four categories. The first is biological evidence. Biological evidence include blood, semen, saliva, hair, and tissue. This evidence can be analyzed for DNA profiling, blood typing, or other biological markers. And the next is trace evidence. Trace evidence includes fibers, paint chips, glass fragments, soil, and gunshot residue. This microscopic piece of evidence can be used to link individual or object to a crime scene. And the next is impression evidence. Impression evidence include footprints, tire tracks, tool marks, and bite marks. This impression can be used to identify the type of footwear, vehicle, or tool used in a crime. And the last is chemical evidence. Chemical evidence includes drugs, explosives, poisons, and accelerants. Forensic chemists analyze these substances to identify their composition and origin.
Retrieving the physical evidence, the proper evidence collection is the crucial to maintain its integrity and admissibility in court. The following steps are typically involved. First, which is the ensure the crime scene. The first step is to ensure the crime scene to prevent contamination and loss of evidence. Second is document and the scene. Photographs, sketches, and notes are used to record the location and editions condition of evidence. Third, which is the collection of evidence. The evidence is collected using appropriate tools and techniques to avoid contamination and damage. And fourth, which is the package and label evidence. So this evidence is packaged in individual container labeled with a case number, data, and time of collection. The fifth, which is the maintain in chain of custody. A detailed record is to keep of everyone who has handled the evidence, ensured its integrity and traceability.
The development of crime laboratories has evolved from its international origins in 19th century Europe, where the first police laboratory was established in Paris in 1879, followed by the Scotland Yard Laboratory in London in 1880, and later the Federal Bureau of Investigation or FBI laboratory in the United States in 1932, to its local application in the Philippines, where the Philippine National Police or PNP Crime Laboratory was established in 1938, initially focusing on forensic chemistry and biology, and later expanded to include forensic physics, toxicology, and question document examinations, while the National Bureau of Investigation or NBI Forensic Science Division was established in 1946, providing forensic science services to support investigations and prosecutions. And over the years, both laboratories have undergone significant advancement and upgrades, including the introduction of DNA analysis, computerized fingerprint identification, and digital forensic examination to keep pace with emerging technologies and crime trends.
Let's conclude our topic, sir, which is all about the basic principle of forensic chemistry as a tool in criminal investigation, use of scientific evidence, type of physical evidence, how to retrieve physical evidence, historical development of crime laboratory, and then international to local. So let's proceed to conclusion and reflection. Forensic chemistry is a indispensable part of criminal investigation. It provides a scientific basis for solving crimes, from identifying suspects to reconstructing the entire crime scene. The principle, like Locard's exchange principle, are fundamental in guiding the work of forensic chemists, highlighting the importance of even the tiniest trace left at a crime scene. The various types of physical evidence, such as biological, trace impression, and chemical evidence, offer different ways to link people, objects, and events related to a crime. Each type requires specific analysis techniques, and together they form a comprehensive picture from what happened. The proper retrieval of physical evidence is just as crucial as the analysis itself. Securing the crime scene, documenting, collecting, packaging, and maintaining a chain of custody are all steps that ensure the evidence integrity and admissibility in a court. The evolution of crime laboratories both internationally and in the Philippines shows how the field of forensic science has grown and adapted over time. From the early days of basic forensic chemistry and biology analysis and introduction of advanced techniques like DNA analysis and digital forensic examination. These laboratories have played a vital role in solving crimes, ensuring justice. So let's proceed to the reflection. Um, the importance of forensic chemistry and the work of forensic chemists cannot be overstated. They are unsung heroes behind the scenes, using their scientific knowledge and skills to help law enforcement agencies solve complex crimes. This makes me appreciate the hard work and dedication that goes into the field. The need for continuous training and education in forensic science is ev- evident as technology advances and new crime trends emerge. Forensic chemists must stay updated with the latest techniques and methods to be effective in their works. This also highlights the importance of investing in research and development in this area. The role of forensic evidence in corroborating witness testimony and exonerating innocent suspects is a powerful reminder of the importance of a fair and just legal system. Scientific evidence can provide objective verification, ensuring that the rights of people are held accountable for their actions and that the innocent are not wrongly convicted. In the Philippines, the establishment and growth of the PNP Crime Laboratory and the NBI Forensic Science Division are significant achievements. However, there may still be challenges in terms of resources, personnel, and infrastructure. It is important to continue to support and strengthen these laboratories to ensure that they can provide highly quality forensic services to the country. Overall, this information and presentation has given a deeper understanding of the role of forensic chemistry in criminal investigation and the importance of the work done by forensic chemists or scientists. It has also made me realize need for a well-functioning legal system that relies on scientific evidence to ensure justice.